What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, y'all. Let's get into this situation. Let's talk about Nia Long and her fiance, Ime Udoka, out here cheating and just publicly embarrassing himself. And also, his fiance, like, Lord have mercy, he was at work. He only had one job to do: make sure the Celtics win. But baby, he had to be out here, make sure he pleasure himself while he's at work as well. So let's get into the timeline of when it comes to Nia Long and her fiance Ime. But in any event, he has been accused of cheating on the job, cheating with, staffers and employees over there at the organizations. And people are feeling a certain type of way, especially when it comes to other athletes. They are out here saying that the sentence is harsh, like this is too much. Why is it public? And, this goes on all the time and things of that nature. But in any event, Ime, he basically posted and he let everybody know that he's sorry. He's sorry he got caught. He's sorry that now his job is on the line. He has been suspended from his, employment with the Celtics as head coach from 2022 to 2023. Like, that's crazy. Like, suspended with pay. Like, what's going on? So that's a whole time that he's going to have to be living off of whatever he made. And I don't know how things are going to be at home, but he got to be having a nervous breakdown, okay? Because everything just started crumbling right before his eyes. And basically, he is the talk of the town. He can possibly lose his position or not get hired by anybody else in the league, and also lose his fiance. And you already know there's turmoil going on in that situation. I wonder if they're in the same house, dealing with these cheating allegations that he got going on. I guess they had enough proof to say, see you later. Like, for real. Like, okay, they ain't even worried about if they get a ring or not. They rumored that he has been sleeping with this married woman, and she's married, and her name is Lean. And maybe some people are saying just because he cheated with a woman of a different race, Caucasian persuasion, that could be why his sentence is so, public. And, they're really tarnishing his name. He tarnished himself by doing what he did in the first event. And you already know they could do this, but you are not allowed to, okay? Because you already know how the league is and how that whole situation goes down. So in any event, people are saying his punishment is severe because he was messing with a woman of a different nationality than he is, a Caucasian woman, okay? So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. And, you already know people are like, what is going on in this situation? This is crazy. And it's also been alleged that he's been messing with Allison, Feaster. So what's going on with that situation? These are all allegedly. And now some of the players and also some of the fans are calling out, how come the women are not being public shamed as well? Probably because he had a higher position over them and they're basically keeping it a secret. But it ain't really a secret if people are out here guessing like this, and the guesses could be, correct. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Sometimes at work, people be getting it in because it's like, oh my God, I shouldn't be messing with any employees. I shouldn't be messing around with anybody at work, especially when I got somebody else. So doing this is like mysterious. It's like, exciting. It's sneaky. You might get caught, and baby, he got caught. Was it worth it, Ime? Was it worth it? But in any event, moving on from that situation, let's talk about Nia Long. Let's talk about the timeline in her relationship. It seems like, she was feeling him. She liked him, but she didn't go as far as getting married. The first thing she did was get engaged, and have a baby first and then get engaged. But it seems like, being married wasn't on her list. Maybe, she was being protected out here in these streets. So let's get down to this situation. When it comes to the timeline of Long and Udoka, basically, it seems like they were, dragging their feet when it came to even, getting married. It seems like, neither one of them wanted to get married, but, Long made it clear that marriage wasn't important to her. And I wonder if she really believed that, or she knew that Udoka was not the one that she, should marry, and maybe she was being protected by God that she didn't marry him and she dragged her feet, or, Mr. Udoka probably thought that, you know what, maybe not. Maybe he wasn't ready because he was still out here playing the field. And I guess he's not ready because he basically is on a year suspension from his job at head coach with the Baltimore Celtics. You know what I mean? So he definitely wasn't ready for the career that he had. And he definitely wasn't ready to get married, point blank, period. So let's get down to the situation. So in 2010, Long and Udoka met each other at an event, and then they met each other at another event when friends introduced them to each other, and then from there the relationship went on. And then it kind of moved really fast, especially because, Long, she wanted a baby, but the doctors told her that it was going to be a difficult pregnancy, or it's going to be difficult for her to actually get pregnant. And Udoka was there supporting her and basically saying, I don't believe what the doctors say. We're going to do this. We're going to create this baby. So it seemed like he was on board as well. And Long wanted to get pregnant, and she actually did. And she was happy about that situation, point blank, period. And she did conceive, and she did have a child with Udoka. So, they was doing their thing. In any event, it seems like she just, when it came to, getting engaged and getting married, she wanted to take her time because basically she said that she's never seen a marriage be successful. She's never ever seen one. And she said, does marriage defy, a successful relationship, and things of that nature. So it wasn't really that important to her. And she said she didn't feel any less love because she didn't have a piece of paper. And basically she worked hard on her career. He also worked hard on his career. And they didn't need to confuse things anymore than already what it was, and they didn't need a piece of paper. So this is what Long is telling, Essence magazine, and basically saying that, it could be put on hold. She wasn't, she was happy with their relationship. She was happy playing house. She was happy being, his baby mama. But at that time and point, she wasn't, it seemed like she wasn't here for marriage, or she just knew that he wasn't ready, or he wasn't ready, point blank, period. But we know he wasn't ready. And Long did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and basically she was talking about her fiance Udoka basically becoming a coach, and she was talking about how the time they spent apart, but it was so exciting, it was thrilling because they would meet up at certain places, and it would be at the spare of a moment, a surprising, a shock, and basically it was like they were dating, they was on their honeymoon. But it also lets you know that there was some cracks in the relationship as well, because now his career as a coach, begun, and it probably kept him away from home a long time. And then also his traveling, different schedules, her traveling, her different schedule. But when they did see each other, it was like, ooh, baby. But in any event, you could see that he started to, get busy out here in these streets, probably, and he was away from home. And, do a woman just like that, baby. Just cheat while she's out here supporting you, and she got your back. She's raising the kids. She's taking care of home, and she's also taking care of her career. But he was out here basically satisfying his need, and he didn't have to go too far because the staffers was right in front of his face. Like, Lord have mercy. And in the event in 2014, they celebrated their son's birthday and things of that nature. And they were, co-parenting together. As it seems like Long was the dominant parent in the situation because her fiance Udoka was on the road. He was coaching, so he was busy, and that's a big career to be a coach, from being a player turning into a coach, and then being a black man as well. You know what I mean? So that was a lot of responsibilities and difficult as well. Then in 2015, Long and Udoka confirmed that they were engaged, but it seems like they wasn't going to rush the situation, but they got engaged in 2015. So somebody wanted to get married. I don't know if he wanted to get married, but it seems like Long, she doesn't really see it like that. She don't see marriage like that. It's just a piece of paper, and she hasn't seen a successful marriage and things of that nature. So she didn't want to go down that road, point blank, period. But she's already been with him for a decade. But in any any event, they got engaged in 2015, but it seemed to be taking their time with the situation. And also Long, she told, TMZ in 2015 that she's taking her time. She's not trying to rush into get married and things of that nature. So they're engaged. They're going to enjoy their engagement and things of that nature, even though she's never been married before, but she's not in a rush to, walk down that aisle quick, fast, in a hurry. And maybe that was her intuition. Maybe she knew something wasn't right. Maybe she knew something was going on, or maybe Udoka was out here in these streets and he wasn't even trying to, do all that. He was basically trying to get this. He got the head coaching job. So it's good to have a wife when you're a head coach, especially when you're running in them circles, because the most people that you deal with and owners and the league, a lot of them are married. So a lot of guys do get married, whether they're in love or whether they're not in love. But in any event, you guys let me know what you think about that situation. So she was supporting him the whole way, all the way, especially in 2017. Long posted to her Instagram account basically saying that she was happy, Twitter account that she was happy for Thanksgiving. She got to be with her, fiance, because he probably wasn't home a lot because he was on the road and he was coaching, and basically he's trying to get a NBA ring, you know what I mean, trying to win. So in any event, home was taken care of because Long was taking care of home. But in any event, he came home for Thanksgiving in 2017, and it seems like things are okay. These are the things that Long posted on social media. And 2019, they celebrated their son's 8th birthday, and they was together as a family. And these moments she posted, to let us know what's going on, probably was moments that she cherished and she loved deeply, and she wanted to share it with the world. But everything may have not been okay, or maybe she had no idea that he was out here, running the streets, and he basically is for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then in 2020, Long, she revealed that she may never get married, in any event. Like, she's not rushing to get married. She doesn't think that it's going to be any different than it is if they all married. And basically she's going to take her time and she ain't going to rush. And she ain't never been married before, so then she ain't missing, not being married. And there's probably was a whole lot of cracks going on in 2020 and things of that nature. So she wasn't rushing it, and he probably damn sure wasn't rushing it, because he done already got the head coach job, and then he's out here at work getting it in. He was living the best life. He was living both a best world, having a wife and having mistress on the side that are already married to as well. So, but somebody got a word of the situation, and loose lips shanks ships. Okay. So in 2021, when it came down to the situation when, Udoka ended up becoming head coach of the Boston Celtics. And, a lot of players have said, working for the Boston Celtics, it's kind of like, it's a lot of racism going on. So in any event, he might have been, his job might have been very difficult, especially being a black man over there at the Celtics. Because at one point in time, they didn't have no black players on their team. You know what I mean? But in any event, she supported him. She was there for him. You know what I mean? She had his back. Like, she loved the guy, but at the same time, she probably knew that things was going on as well, and she wasn't rushing to say I do. But in any event, she, even jumped online and supported him. So check this out. Go! Woo! Go! Woo! On May 30th, 2022, Long dances as Udoka and the Boston Celtics head to the NBA Finals. So she was supporting her man for real. But in any event, he turned out to be a very bad disappointment. But it is what it is. This is how life sometimes hit us.